This fanfiction is only for entertainment purposes, so please don't take it seriously and don't be offended. It's just a story made out of imagination, so it doesn't define any character in real life. I hope you'll enjoy the story and leave positive comments without hating the author and character. I don't own any pictures, but the storylines are completely mine. I will do voiceover, so you can mute it if you want. Hope you will like the video. You come out from your car while talking with Leah, explaining her something when you saw your Mafia rival Jungkook coming there while his hand wrapped around his trusted man Max for support. He saw you and stopped few steps away from you as your eyes widened. Whining, is that blood on your shirt? Jungkook, smirk, careful John, you look as if you care. He say with a smirk, but a low groan escaped his mouth due to pain and you immediately moved towards him. Stopping a step away, you start unbuttoning his shirt when he grabbed your hand and say grinning. Jungkook, whoa John. Aren't you in a bit too much hurry to ruin me? There's a place called bedroom for these type of things, and mind me, my bed is perfect for both of us. Whining, cut him off, shut up and hands off me. You say, and he left your hand immediately. Jungkook, as you wish, John. He say while you unbuttoned his shirt and your eyes widened seeing the deep cut on his stomach. You know he have many enemies just like you, but you thought he's powerful enough to not get even a scratch from them, but... Whining, what are you doing here in this secluded area after getting this deep cut? You should have taken him to hospital right away. You say glaring at Max, who was simply looking at Leah. Max, sigh, I suggested but he... Jungkook, I told him to took me hospital, but he brought me here telling me that this cut is nothing and I should be strong enough to endure this much pain. Jungkook say looking down sadly when Max looking at him with wide eyes like he just heard something absurd. Whining, what the rubbish is that? Did you want him dead or what? You say angrily while looking at Max, who was about to say something, but Jungkook stomped his foot hard on Max's feet, making Max hiss in pain. Jungkook, I think so. Everyone want me da. Whining, shut up. Don't you dare say that. No one wants that. You say then looked at Max. Whining, I will talk to you later. You warned then turned towards Leah, who already took out first aid box from car and handed it to you. You hold Jungkook hand then took him to the other side while he kept grinning ear to ear. Max mumbled, I am never listening to this man again. Leah, you say this last time too yet fall for his tricks again. Max pout while Leah chuckled as she ran her hand through his hair playfully. Jungkook, slow down. Right there. Yeah. You looked at Jungkook hearing his sounds, which made your eyes widened. You know Leah and SIA can't saw you as you were a little far away from them, but the way he's making those sounds, you were sure that they have listened them already, making your cheek turned crimson red. Whining, I am treating your wounds, not riding you, so stop making those types of sounds. You say faking anger when he wrapped his arm around you and pulled you a little closer to himself. Jungkook, smirk, not a bad choice though. Why don't we stop this insignificant thing like treating wound here and start the real work? He say only for you to glare at him sharply, making him chuckle lowly. His back was attached to the tree behind him and he was standing, but then he slowly slid down and sat on ground and pulled you on his lap. Jungkook, I think this position will suit us more. Whining, what the? Jungkook. I am talking about treating wound only, so stop the naughty mind of yours and treat my wound, John. He say smirking while you give him a done look. A thought of leaving him right here came into your mind, but you choose not to as you know how much it pained to endure everything on your own. You start treating his wound again when he start playing with your hair. He kept staring at you intensely. Whining, don't think that this change anything between us. I am treating your wound just because I am a kind girl. Nothing else. We were rivals and we still are. We are enemies and we hate each other. You say while not looking in his eyes. So Jungkook leaned a little towards your face and say in his deep voice. Jungkook, no John. We are rivals but not enemies. Whining, and what's the difference between them? Jungkook, smile, a rival challenges you to be better in a healthy or professional way but an enemy seeks to break you down, he actively wants to harm or destroy you. So we are just rival and we clearly don't hate each other, do we? You stayed silent hearing his words and tend to his wound. A small smile tucked at your lips as you remember something. After doing the bandaged, you silently tried to stood up but he pulled you back on his lap. YN, what? Jungkook, just 2 more minutes. Saying this he snuggled his face in the crook of your neck and you run your hand through his hair because you know it calmed him down. Every time he got problems or get hurt, he came to you for peace and somehow you never was able to stop him because you liked the way how he never crossed the line yet stay very close to it like he want to cross it but didn't. You know he respects you too much and maybe there's much more than rivalry yet you didn't say anything not wanting to break this peaceful bond between you both. Then he gently pulled back, you both stood up and left towards your car. Flashback. You seeing Jungkook beating the lifeless body of Jack who just tried to misbehave with you but Jungkook saved you. You pulled Jungkook back and wiped his bloody hand with your clothes after hearing some footsteps then took the gun from his hand and signaled him to keep quiet. A few men enter and gasp seeing the scene but before them, you spoke. YN, he shouldn't have underestimated me. I warned him yet he dared to drugged me and misbehave with me so I give him my judgment. Anyone who have problem with my judgment, can come ahead, there's still some bullet left in my G***N. I can surely kill all of your curiosities with just one shot. You say looking at them. They were the other Mafia leaders and you all were currently having a meeting. Jungkook was already having a very bad relationship with them and you knew if the truth revealed then they will turn this situation completely against him. Old man, he was creating problems for us anyway. So it's good. We should leave now. An old Mafia leader say while clearing his throat making you smirk seeing the fear of you in their eyes. They all left without saying anything when you felt a hand wrapped around your waist caughting you completely off guard. Jungkook, I thought you will use this situation against me John. Did you get so impressed by my fighting skills that you just took the blame on yourself? Never knew you have this soft side for me also. Jungkook say teasingly enjoying the situation way too much. He was doing this just to annoy you but for his shock you didn't push him away. YN, you saved me. I saved you. Simple. Jungkook, not so simple, John. Jungkook say putting his chin on your shoulder and looking at you with his side eyes. Jungkook, after all we are rivals. Bloody enemies who hate each other. YN, no, we are rivals but not enemies. Jungkook, calmly, and what's the difference between them? YN. A rival challenges you to be better in a healthy or professional way but an enemy seeks to break you down, he actively wants to harm or destroy you. So we are just rival and we clearly don't hate each other. You say making him feel butterflies as for the first time he felt a small shift between you both. YN, anyway, now this situation is ended so don't be delusional and thought that this changed something between us because it changes nothing. Jungkook, cut her off, something changes. Actually it changes everything between us. Jungkook say leaving you but you can already feel his heartbeat so without even turning back you left while he kept standing there. Jungkook, smile, she don't hate me. Present time. Jungkook was laying on his bed trying to fall asleep when he heard the door creaking voice and footsteps in his room. He grabbed the gun under his pillow because he lived alone that's why he was sure that it's an it's an attempt. Just then he felt a hand on his head and without thinking twice he pulled that person on bed and hover over that person, targeting that other person neck with his gun. He opened his eyes in fury but they softened immediately seeing you beneath him breathless. You were trying to regain your senses and breath because he was too fast with his actions. A small smirk tucked at his lips seeing you like that while he bit his lower lips, lowering himself a little closer to you. Jungkook, you're breathless. Just from me pinning you down? Dangerous, John. I might get addicted to that look. As right now, you look like sin dressed in innocence and I've always had a sweet tooth for forbidden things. He say while you glare at him seeing him enjoying the situation. He put his gun away and hold your wrist sensually with a grin checking your nerves. Jungkook, your heartbeat is fast, John. Too fast. I just got scared that's why. You say catching your breath trying to free yourself from his grip but he was in no mood of leaving you. Jungkook, smirk, are you really scared of me or are you just too much excited because of this situation? He say only for you to push him away a little and sat up but he pulled you on himself this time. Stop. Jungkook, you just made my mood by coming here this late at night, John. Still I need to know that is it only my dream or you are really here? He say closing his eyes and pulling your face closer to himself only for you to bite his cheek harshly making him hiss in pain and let out a soft chuckle. Jungkook, so you really are here, John. He say removing the hair from your face. You leaned back and sat on the bed. This time he didn't pull you back because he knew it's not the dream so he can't cross the line right now. Max informed me that you have high fever and was being stubborn as always that's why he dropped you home instead of hospital so. You stopped in mid looking away only for him to say teasingly. Jungkook, so my John got worried for me and come here? Ah. My sweet John. So how's gonna we spend this night together? You bite your inner cheek knowing the double meaning behind his words. Do you eat anything? Jungkook, depend on what will I get as dinner if I say no. Jungkook tease looking at you from head to toe making you hit his shoulder in irritation. Just stop it and answer my question. Jungkook, alright I didn't eat. Then I will made something for us first. You say then left the bed and was about to exit the room when his words made you flushed. Jungkook, next time you sneak in, wear that soft little nightdress I saw in your closet or don't. Honestly, less works too. He say grinning ear to ear only for you to turn back and look at him in shock. Jungkook, just like how you can enter in my house anytime. I did that too when you weren't there. We slept on the same bed many times too John. He say only for you to grab a knife from the table and throw it in his direction, making sure it won't even touch him. Jungkook burst out in laughter seeing you running away blushing. Y/N, now just sleep. You say making him K back in bed after eating dinner with him and giving him medicines. You tucked him under the duvet when he hold your hand and say whining like a child. Jungkook, will you leave me if I slept? You want me to sat here and saw you sleeping? You say running your hand through his hair with a small smile. Jungkook, pout, no. Just slept with me. Jungkook say making space for you making your heartbeat fastened as he was serious about you sleeping with him. Jungkook, you can't? Am I so bad that you can't even slept with me? Jungkook say acting like a small child trapping you in his trick completely. You hesitate but end up laying beside him. Your cheek flushed and you were feeling butterflies all over when you felt his hand wrapped around your waist and he put his head on your chest making your breath hitched. Young Jungkook. Jungkook, grinning, you are too innocent John. You always fall for my silly tricks. He say grinning ear to ear only for you to control your smile. It's not like you don't understand his intentions, it's just that you love to fall for his tricks. Jungkook, just kept falling for my tricks like this. Then maybe someday you will fall for me too. He say hiding his face in your chest and you just ran your hands in his hair while your cheek turned crimson red as he just spoke his heart. I can. But you know love is a waste of time. Jungkook, then waste it on me. Jungkook say finally looking at you with his puppy eyes biting his piercing lip making you bite your inner cheek at his cheeky line. You looked away blushing while smiling. Careful, darling. Say one more sweet word and I might think you're proposing. Jungkook, flirty, who says I need words to propose? I could show you better with my hands. Jungkook say winking at you only for your ears to turn red too. Shut up. Jungkook, make me. He say grinning then again put his head in your chest enjoying his peace. Jungkook, I am taking that as yes. YN, whatever. You say, rolling your eyes while smiling crazily. He too was grinning ear to ear, hugging you too close. His face on your chest, hand wrapped around your waist and you in his heart. The end.